Hey, this is the course instructor, Jinkook Lee. It's kind of awkward situation. We supposed to be in the classroom for face-to-face class for this semester, but the current situation, we got a situation globally, so that is why we need to have this kind of online video-based lecture for a while. Hopefully we can end over this situation and then we can take a class usually as we used to have. But anyway, we need to overcome and pass through this kind of problem. So for preventing unnecessary problem, I like to bring your attention before getting started the class about this one, social distancing. So probably you already know about this, but I like to show you this one again just before getting started the courses. Let's take a look at this one, just a few minutes. Let me turn off my face and let's take a look at it. Introduction, your course instructor. This is the beginning of the class, so I need to introduce myself at first. But actually, and probably you may not that interested in knowing about me, who am I, but anyway, you need to know about me, and then you can find out more about me for your further studies. So let me introduce quickly using this slide. Okay, I graduated I received a PhD at Georgia Tech College of Architecture, majored in architecture and design computing, and also minor was computer science, focusing on database systems. I graduated Yonsei University interior architecture in digital design media lab, advised by Professor Hyunsoo here. Okay, and I received my Bachelor of Science, same department, but at that time the department name was Housing and Interior Design. And I got some experiences at Georgia Tech Digital Building Lab, Autodesk San Francisco office, working for U.S. federal government, GSA's projects, and so on. Basically, I'm a researcher, so I published some academic journal papers like this. Before getting into the studies abroad for PhD or graduate school, I used to be working at the company named Hansem, and I got some awards or something here. You may not that interested in these things. Some evidence pictures, the Georgia Tech campus, and my advisor, big guy in our domain, big name, Professor Chuck Eastman, who also known as the father of BIM, Building Information Modeling, one of the cutting edge and most advanced CAD system, okay, Building Information Modeling. It's one of the topics in our class. Okay, so far I introduced myself very boring way. Before getting further, let me turn off my face. I always encourage students using Google. So let me search my name at Google, typing my name in English, and then you can find out some list. Okay, my picture is here, and the first page, okay, this is scholar.google.com. So you can find out list of my academic papers published and how many citations and some quantities, numbers you can find out here. Okay, Yonsei University also posted my citations and publications. And what is it? Okay, global network. I mostly working with someone graduated Georgia Tech and some other universities in the US. So this one shows this is very good. This is really nice system. Yonsei.pure.elsevier.com. Okay, this is Elsevier website, one of the Elsevier website. Probably they have a contract between Yonsei University and Elsevier. Elsevier is one of the big international publication company for this kind of journals, papers, or academic books and writings and so on. So you can find out lots of information about researchers, I think, the faculty members of our department and Yonsei University. I think you can find out. Also, this link shows you ResearchGate. ResearchGate is one of the private website to collect this kind of academic information and provide us kind of those quantities, numbers. Okay, lots of things you can find at Google. And let me put another keyword, Yonsei, and then okay, some papers, some web pages you can find out. Let's take a look at my CV pages. Okay, these are some, not here. So let me type designitlab.kr. This is our lab's website. You can simply type designitlab.kr. So you can find out some information about our lab and the project website and our ongoing current research projects and some research papers, publications, and also you can find out my CV like this. Very detailed information. You can find out every single research paper or something I have done. As another introduction for your course instructor, let me bring your attention using this Prezi website. You may know this Prezi.com website. This is online-based and flash-based presentation tool. You can easily access this website, Prezi.com, and you can easily create your own web-based presentation. This is very active and dynamic presentation tool. Even you can convert your existing PowerPoint file into this Prezi file. Let me show you my example here. Okay, this is one of the Prezi example. Let me turn off my face. This is just for fun, okay? Again, just for fun. Around 8 years ago, I made this example for my freshman students at Hanyang University because I like to encourage my students to use Prezi for their simple yet powerful presentation using web. And I quickly made this one for introducing by myself using my own drawings and pictures. Let's take a look. All the material I show you here drawn by me or taken by me. Okay, introducing me, Jin-Kook Lee, who am I? Take a look this drawing. I drew this one when I was freshman in sketch class. I love to draw. It doesn't mean that I'm an otaku. I'm not totally not an otaku, okay, for Japanese animation or something. At the time, just I drew this one, okay, when I was freshman, and my kind of capability in drawing very useful for my major. My major, as I mentioned before, is housing and interior design. Currently interior architecture and built environment. So this is one of the drawings I found on my sketchbook in the design studio or some kind of freshman level sketch and drawing classes. I'm not sure about the class name. Anyway, I love to draw and I always loved something new and challenge of things. For example, computers, digital things. You know the term early adopter. Someone who buys the products when they release at first round. That means I always buy new laptops, new digital devices, computer devices, new cell phones, new smartphones, something like that. Okay, I used to be an early adopter. That means I'm a kind of holic in digital things, digital devices. And those pictures also I involved in this project in my master's program for finding out some new media or something. We actually implemented this one before. In the meantime, I always asking what should I do, where to go. Fortunately, I got some funding at my graduate school to see overseas. And I find out it's a really big world. I bought digital camera around 20 years ago from now. At the time, digital camera was totally new thing. But I told you I was an early adapter. So I bought digital camera and I took pictures, several thousands of pictures when I traveled anywhere. You know this building. This is Pompidou Center, located at Paris, France. World is big enough. That's what I realized at the time. I thought it's kind of late. I realized that fact, world is big enough. And I found out sort of clue. What should I do? That is simply to integrate my major and what I loved. My major is simply say design. What I loved is computing. So simply design computing. So I Googled it. What is design computing? How can I dive deeply into it? So that is why, very simple reason, I determined to study abroad. So this is my graduate picture. I got Master of Science in Digital Design Media, and I want to keep moving forward. That's why I'm studies abroad. So a lot of thumbnails are here. All these pictures taken by me, and all drawings drawn by me, and some of my pictures, actually not my pictures, but take a look. That's me, okay? J.K. Lee. Keep trying to find out something. Okay, I know this is very strange presentation about me, but I told you at the beginning of this presentation, this is totally for fun, okay? That's it. Hi, at this time, we are going to take a look at digital literacy for better learning. In other words, some computing skills, digital techniques for taking your course and actually your most of daily life much better. Okay. Digital literacy. Okay, let me ask, what is digital literacy to AI? Alexa, what is digital literacy?
Digital literacy refers to an individual's ability to find, evaluate, and compose clear information through writing and other media on various digital platforms. Digital literacy is evaluated by an individual's grammar, composition, typing skills and ability to produce text, images, audio and designs using technology.
Okay, you heard it, right? Simply say digital literacy in charge of kind of communication skills between what? Actually between humans, between your friends, but the media is something digital technologies, digital devices. Think about your daily life. You are living with smartphones. You have at least one screen, smartphone screen, okay? So how to take maximum advantages of that kind of devices for your better learning? This is exactly about it, okay? Let me turn off my face and let's move on. What do you need to learn? Actually, basically, my class, something design computing things. So even if you are not in this major, I mean computer science, computer engineering, but you know that we are living with computers, surrounded by a lot of computing things. So I recommend you to know about some fundamentals of computer things. Computer hardware. Unfortunately, we consume some amount of computing power. For example, computer render, photorealistic renders, or some building information model, Rabbit, very heavy size software. That means we need better computer hardware, unfortunately. So it takes, of course, some more money, but that's reality. So that's why I'm saying we need to know some about computer hardware. Network, internet, you think you know well about it, and that's true, but I suggest to you to figure out some technical aspects of something behind internet network in order to make your own website or own web pages, your own database systems, and so on. So nowadays we are using Windows or some iPhone, iOS, or Android, Samsung phones, lots of cloud systems. So we need to at least figure out the difference between them. Okay, so that's fundamental operating system, OS, computer systems, and then a lot of computer software specific applications, a lot of digital tools, digital design tools like Rabbit, 3D Max, Rhino, Grasshopper, Dynamo, Photoshop, Illustrator, even some kind of daily life softwares like PowerPoint, Excel, MS Word, HWP, or some web-based tools. They all very critical for our better learning. And I encourage you to challenge to even more things about design computing. For example, some deep learning, you know what it is, AI and design issues, some IoT, some physical hardwares for your things, and some theories and informatics, or even computer coding in order to make something for your own computing environment and so on. Actually, lab exercise 101 lab exercise 101 in my class usually some techniques and how-to for design computing. In that perspective, let's take a look at what you need to know. Some technical things you need to know. First, YSEC. Second, Google Class and other Google platforms such as Google Drive, Google Gmail, and so on. Another Google tool, YouTube, that's third one, and KakaoTalk, no need to say actually, and NAS. NAS means network access storage for your files, big size, large size, the files, upload and download. And Autodesk Students Download for Autodesk free tools, and a lot of more free to use software websites and so on. And of course, conventional face-to-face meetings for the class, also one of your things you need to know. I mean, some contacts. The first thing, YSEC, you know, ysec.yonsei.accl, you know this website, no need to say. Actually, the first version of YSEC developed and installed when I was a undergraduate student at Yonsei University. You know, I'm the first user of YSEC system. I surprised YSEC still same name and still alive and still running on one of our important web system. Anyway, let's take a look at a little bit about YSEC. If I take YSEC and log in, you can find out your class website like this. If I open anyone else here, you can find out your classes like this way, okay? If I upload my video, this kind of YouTube video link or something can be displayed like this way, okay? This kind of thing. Okay, this is YSEC, no need to say, you know well about it. And next thing is Google Classroom. It contains almost all for the courses. Classroom.google.com. If you are registered, you have Google account, you can freely access your class material for my classes like this. Let me show you Google Class, classroom.google.com. Okay, now you see your class you involved, and these are my classes for this semester. If I click, I can open the class website. Take a look. In this website, some notifications, class material on front page, stream, and the classwork. I will classify first week, second week, third week, and so on. On the first week, you can find out some assignments, lecture video like this, and lecture slide files in PDF format or similar other formats and so on. And enrolled students can be listed up here, grades and so on. So this is the Google Classroom system. You can refer to this website for your further studies, okay? Next thing, YouTube for video lectures. This is actually this is my channel, and I recommend you to access Wi-Fi or wired network using your desktop or smartphone, whatever, okay? Let me show you an example of my computer screen using this one. Let me screen share my smartphone. My smartphone connected to through Wi-Fi, and then just a second. Let me mirror my screen through the internet. Okay, it's not easy to connect right now. Let's take a look. Okay, now it works. Okay, this is my smartphone screen. Okay, this is my smartphone, and if you connected to the internet through the Wi-Fi, open YouTube, and let me take a look at one of my video here. Okay, if you access something went wrong, tap to retry. Okay, this is kind of a very frequent situation. Nowadays, we got a huge network traffic in Yonsei University and globally, actually. So this kind of problem you may experience, as I experience right now, this way. Okay, it's pretty bad. It's not working right now because of some problem. But anyway, my point is, use very stable Wi-Fi, or the best one is wired connection to the internet in order to skip this kind of unnecessary problem. It's not my intention, but anyway, I showed you kind of wrong example. This can be happened like this way because of some network traffic. Okay, next thing is KakaoTalk for instant notifications and communications. For business agility, you know what is business agility? Agile means something quick, something fast, something very responsive. Okay, and I told you this is instant. Okay, this one going to be disappeared in some time. It's not permanent. So basically we need to have some email based work process, because email server keeps our back and forth data, and you need manners, of course, even if you are using some kind of digital platforms without face-to-face, but assume that we are face-to-face. Okay, and then say something when you can say if you have some face-to-face situation. Just imagine that guy, that student, that friend, that woman, that man is just in front of your face, and then you can do that, anything. That's simply say manners. Okay, and the NAS. NAS means network access storage. So we have NAS, designitlab.ipdisk.co.kr. So why we need to use NAS? Because YSX system doesn't support huge size file upload and download, and sometimes some files can be sensitive. And another problem is total capacity. So you take many courses, and I teach 4 courses at this semester. So lots of upload and download traffic we have. So some capacity problem. I don't want to make that kind of unnecessary problem. So I can use Google Drive, but your Google Drive status can be buried by student. So I build up this one, network access storage. So here is my strong recommendation. Even if you can this one through the Chrome or Internet Explorer, I mean web browser, you can simply type designitlab.ipdisk.cokl and you can, let me show you, you can open this one, designitlab.ipdisk.cokl, and then you can access this one like this way. Okay, here is some folders, your class folders, and you can upload and download anything using this one. But I recommend you to install FTP program. Let me type FTP app download by Google, and then you can find out some free FTP applications. For example, RFTP, FileZilla, or any other FTP apps you can use. This is, let me show you, using FTP app. I installed RFTP, and as you see here, okay, FTP address is here, designitlab.ipdisk.cokl, and ID, password, I'm gonna let you know through the instant messaging service like KakaoTalk. Okay, we have notification system, so I'm gonna let you know your separate ID and password. If you access this one through this FTP app, and then you can easily access this one anywhere. I mean, even at home you can access this server, and then you can take a look. You can download some necessary files. You can upload your assignments, your project work, and so on under your name folder. I'm gonna let you know some details about how to use this NAS system. Okay. Let me close this one and go back to the slide. Next thing is Autodesk Students Download System for free Autodesk tools like Revit, Max, and other free sources. Simply type students.autodesk.com website and create your own Autodesk community ID. If it's a student ID, student email address, if you verify, that's all. And then you can freely access entire Autodesk tools for 3 years. You can install on 2 machines, for example, on top of your laptop and on your desktop if you have. You don't need to download always. Use my copies. I uploaded Revit 2020 and 3D Max 2018 and Mentalway and a lot of other files. Already I downloaded installed files because they are bigger than 10 gigabytes. So you don't need to download at any time you want to install. Okay, just save the files in your external hard drive. And the reason you need to access this website is getting your own serial number, your keys. Okay, it's all official from Autodesk website. The same as Yonsei University provides you Adobe IDs through Adobe website. You can freely use amount of Adobe Photoshop, Illustrator, Publisher, or other tools through the Adobe website. You can also access Autodesk download system free. Okay, let's quickly look at this one, students.autodesk.com, and then you can find out this Autodesk website. Download free software. If you click this, you can find out, actually take a look, amount of Autodesk tools. So Maya, AutoCAD, Inventor, Revit, 3D Max, Tinkercad. I'm not sure about this one, but some famous frequent download apps are on front page. Okay, here another one, the bigger one, Fusion 360. Actually, this is very powerful for digital fabrication. We're gonna deal with this one. At least I'm gonna introduce you this one later. Okay, Fusion. Anyway, Revit 3D Max, you can freely access it, download it, and install it with student license, free for 3 years. Okay, conventional meetings for classes. Of course, we have official class. My official class website is here, and Google Classroom site is here. Network access storage for my class setup like this one. You need to remember this one and your ID and password. designitlab.ipdisk.co.kr, and you know my email address. And you are free to visit my office at my business hour to Samsung Hall 522. Okay, my office phone number is here, or you can directly message me, text me through Katalog. Okay, I'm gonna show you my class website, sites.google.com/site and jkelly courses. Okay, here is my class website. Actually, my past former class websites are listed here, but those are Google site system. But from this semester, I move my course websites to Google Classroom. So if I click Google Classroom, I showed you Google Classroom, series of my Google sites, and you can easily access this one if you have account. So you can find out some listed class website if you don't know this link or something. The last thing, just for your information. FYI means for your information. Okay, how to set up your laptop or desktop. If you have, I know it's unchangeable, but if you have planned to upgrade or buy a new laptop or desktop, just remember this one, my recommendation. i7 CPU or similar, Ryzen or something similar power to i7, and at least 16 gigabytes memory or even higher, that's fine. And you should have solid state drive, SSD. Okay, nowadays we use all SSD system, not hard drive system. Okay, and actually, and frankly say, GPU is not that important in our working environment actually, but it helps, but it's expensive. So totally up to your budget. Okay, you're totally up to your money, but it's not that important compared to SSD memory or CPU. But if you are a gamer, if you like games in fast speed, of course you need GPUs, but not for the class. Instead, the most important thing is keep your laptop clean and lean. Lean means lightweight. Use msconfig. So what is msconfig? Let me show you. Click start button. No, not Windows key and R key together. And then you can find out this one. Run and type Microsoft configuration. In shortcut, msconfig. And then you can find out this one. You can turn on and off unnecessary services without except Microsoft, and you can control start program in order to make your computers lean and clean. Okay, don't click OK without seeing the messages while you are using internet browser. Very unnecessary malware, some spyware systems, or some virus detector, disguised viruses you can install. Don't do that, okay? For your convenience, additional monitors. Actually, I use 4 or more monitors for my working environment. So laptop screen, that's good enough. But if possible, 24, 27 inches additional monitor will help you a lot for your better design computing works. If you need a new laptop or desktop, ask about it. Someone knows very well. I mean, experts. Here's a typo. Let me change expert. Or you can ask me, okay? You can ask me what's good laptop for you. I'm gonna help you, okay? That's it for today. Thank you.